For Ricardo Ramos, man, this dude made a lot of noise, went viral, 2 spinning back elbow knockouts in the UFC. That's just impressive. I don't care who it's against. I don't care who did it. That's impressive. But AJ, I do think that the miraculous grappler in Ricardo Ramos, who has some pretty unique stand-up, I just think that he's facing Charles Jourdain at the wrong time in his career. And the reason why is because I think that we're now seeing the most composed, most technical, most patient, most sticking to the game plan Charles Jourdain that we've probably seen thus far. Do you think that Ricardo Ramos can lull Jourdain out into that brawl, that good old time? Let's just have some fisticuffs, bring it back old school? Or do you think Charles Jourdain says those days are over? I'm championship hunting. I'm just fighting smart and racking up wins. What do you think?
That's an interesting question, Derek, because could Ricardo Ramos lull that barnyard bang out style of fight out of Jourdain? Yes. We've seen Jourdain do it left and right, man. This guy is down to scrap, and you can tell he enjoys that kind of style of fight. But at the same time, I agree with you, because this is the worst time to be fighting Air Jourdain. Mm-hmm. Nonetheless, is he composed? Is he technical? Is he all the things you were saying before? But he's also very hungry, Derek. He's very, very hungry with all the losses he's had. Dropped the one to Nathaniel Wood, Shane Burgos. Yeah, he got the one on Chrome Gracie, but it was almost a gimme in everybody's eyes. You got Chrome Gracie scooting over at you. It's an easy fight for Jourdain. Now, that being said, on the other side, Ricardo Ramos, he's not the kind of grappler that's going to be doing that. He's going to be looking for his opposition. He's going to be looking for his opportunity to really make a big splash in this one. I just think at this point with Air Jourdain, man, he's dangerous, he's quick, he's powerful, and he's hungry going for that. I think this is a very dangerous fight for Ricardo Ramos to be in there. What besides the grappling, Derek, because obviously Ricardo Ramos is a very skilled grappler. Other than that, where do you see the most effect or the most substantial control or damage or whatever you want to call it for the Ricardo Ramos side? Because me personally, I think it's in that chaos. I think it's in those spinning attacks. And I think it's in the stuff that Jourdain isn't going to see when you get lulled into that brawl. But the question is, can he? What do you think?
I think it's all going to be dictated on if he can use his footwork to keep Jourdain on his back foot, push him up against the cage, and then start unleashing some of those crazy attacks. Because when your back is up against the wall, that's when things hit the fan, proverbially, right? That's when I can see Charles Jourdain doing the things that he shouldn't do, jumping up for a flying knee, trying to do some crazy kind of Hail Mary attack to just earn some respect and earn some distance. And then that's when I see Ricardo Ramos say, here's my opportunity. Now we go for the takedown. Now we start throwing up some submissions. Now, I do think Charles Jourdain can use that black belt the same way he did against Chrome Gracie, purely defensively, which I think is smart. This is mixed martial arts. This is not jiu-jitsu. So you could sell out for the submission, but if Jourdain can say, I'm going to get in your guard, I'm going to shell up, you're not going to be able to do anything, I'm going to get back to my feet, and we're going to go right back to basics. I think that's going to be the best path to victory. When we're looking at numbers such as like reach and height, man, Ricardo is the longer fighter, bro. So it's like Jourdain's going to have to close a little bit of distance to be able to go and make his impact felt. I think more than anything else here, we kind of have an experience gap too. You look at a couple of these wins, Danny Chavez, Bill Algeo, big wins for Ricardo Ramos, but then Charles Jourdain, Chrome Gracie, Lando Venata, Andre Ewell, Marcelo Rojo, like you got some real killers, chaotic fighters coming at you that you're able to do damage against. It's just when you reach the pinnacles, like the Nathaniel Woods. I don't want to say Shane Burgos now after we've seen kind of how the career panned out in the PFL, but Julian Erosa, Andre Fili, I mean, those are some good guys to lose to, you know what I mean? So how do you see this fight playing out? Do we see a finish here? Do we see a decision? What do you think?
I see a finish, Derek, but I see a finish coming late out of the Jourdain side. I think Jourdain's going to be a lot more calculated, a lot more comfortable in the fight, and going to allow things to play out before he attacks in and goes full vicious mode. I think Jourdain has that kind of mentality going about him now. He's learned a lot. He's had the losses. He's beat the people that he should. You know, he's had the strife in his career that he knows where to grow. And I think if he rushes into this fight too fast, too aggressive, too thick-headed, then I think he's going to be in trouble for Ricardo Ramos. So I can imagine the camp of Jourdain is thinking the same thing, man. Chill out a little bit. Let the first round go. Let him get his energy out and then come in and earn that respect. Put the knuckles to him and get to work. I'm looking for a finish later on, like I said, in the third or so. But what about you, Derek? How do you see this one? You see it being a finish, or are we going decision route?
I like a decision right here, man, and I'm predicating all of this based on we have the new and improved Charles Jourdain, who is calculated, patient, and willing to get a victory more than he's willing to get a highlight reel finish. Now, if a finish does come, believe it or not, I do think it comes from Ricardo Ramos, and I think it comes early. I think he gets an early finish, first round finish. He got a lot of those first round finishes on his resume. However, give me my prop lock of the night, Charles Air Jourdain, plus 190 with a decision. Put it in as a lock. Put it in an envelope, ship that thing on out, and make a ton of money on this one because I think this is what we got right here. So, with that being said, we both like Charles Jourdain. I think that this should be a proving grounds fight. Once again, winner of this fight gets to take that next step and really solidify themselves as, hey, I'm one of these next guys coming up. But that's all that I got on this matchup. AJ, anything else on this one?
I'm with you, Derek, and there's a reason it's a prop lock, folks, because it's such a juicy plus 190 over there for the Air Jourdain side. I'm also taking the decision on this one. Better cash in, folks, before we take all the money for ourselves.
That's right. I mean, might as well just have to do it. You know what I mean? If y'all ain't cashing in, somebody got to, and it might as well be me. You dig? All right, folks, with that being said, that is your main card.